Welcome to the Straightforward Connection with Tommy. This video is on your indie Fed wrestling results from the end of May up to the first week in June. Before I can go in Fusion Wrestling on Fire, Portsmouth, Virginia. Rappahannock High School report was originally sent in by Jason Mitchell. Match number 1, Platinum Icon Phil Brown defeated Jefferson Early by pinfall. Match number 2, Lance Erickson defeated Pat Cusick. Match number 3, X-Pac and Dirty Money defeated the Memphis Mofo of Mark Bravura and Sabbath. X-Pac pinned Bravura, and then X-Pac was over big and took time to thank the crowd and sign autographs during the meet and greet, and also stuck around after the show for pictures and autographs as well. Match number 4, Diamond Victor Griff defeated Sterling Williams by submission. And your main event, Fusion Champion, the Pain Train, Preston Quinn, fought the Experience, Damian Wayne, to a double disqualification when both Lance Erickson and Pat Cusick interfered. The match itself was hard hitting and the crowd was into the entire time. Definitely the match of the year in Virginia so far this year, in the reporter's opinion. PWX taping from the date 5/25, Charlotte, North Carolina at Club Hush. Match number 1, Chase Brown and Jackson James defeated Drew Myers and Craig Huffman. Match number 2, Lance Lude defeated Vordell Walker to retain the ITV Championship. Match number 3, Billy Brash defeated Anthony Henry to become the number 1 contender for the ITV Championship. Match number 4, Elliott Russell and Sigmund defeated Lodi and Zane Riley. Match number 5, Jay Rios defeated Ethan Case. And match number 6, John Skyler defeated Chase Owens by disqualification when Anthony Henry interfered. Match number 7, Moose defeated Owen Knight and Chris Lee in a handicap match. Match number 8, Country Jack defeated Bravado Brothers. And match number 9, your main event, Cedric Alexander defeated Caleb Conley to win the PWX Championship. Congratulations to Cedric Alexander on a new championship win. Also on May 25th, Chikara, You Only Left Twice results from Easton, Pennsylvania at the Palmer Center, reported by Anthony Giavagnoli. Match number 1, BDK of Aries, Tursus, and Noken defeated the Spectral Envoy of Ultramantis, Black, Hallowick, and Frightmare. Match number 2, Smooth Sailing, Ashley Remington defeated Kentucky Gentleman, Chuck Taylor. Match number 3, the Battery of Baryon, Kodama, and Cobalt defeated Sin Bodhi and the Auditorium of Kefka, the Quiet, and Oliver Grimsley by disqualification. For those that don't remember, Sin Bodhi was none other than Kazami. Number 4, Juan Franco de Coronado defeated Purvis Cottonbelly. Number 5, the Throwbacks of Dasher Hatfield and Mark Angelicetti eliminated Pieces of Hate of Jigsaw and the Shard, the last to win 4-corner tag elimination. And match number 6, Jimmy Jacobs defeated Archibald Peck. Match number 7, the Colony Extreme Force of Missile Assault Ant, Arctic Rescue Ant, Orbit Adventure Ant defeated the Colony of Fire Ant, Green Ant, and Worker Ant. That must have been it. To put on the other ants, it ain't no Aunt Your Mama Pancake. And your main event, Icarus defeated Eddie Kingston to win the Grand Championship. Congratulations, Icarus, on that win. Notes on the event, Mike Quackenbush is the new director of Fund. After the last match, the Flood came out and a new match, 7-footer, chokeslam Cobalt onto his knee. The Battery announced on Facebook that they have an important announcement on Monday. It's believed to be Cobalt's retirement. Update on Monday on Facebook, the Battery announced that the Cobalt is dead. Hey, babe. He was killed by the chokeslam backbreaker on the flood after the show. Just selling the injury. This is a recap of the OVW TV episode number 770 that will be aired in Louisville on 5/24. That was aired on 5/24. And is also available online, ovwwrestling.com/TV/770. And a report by Jimmy Daniel. They opened up with a clip from the previous week of Jim Cornette coming out and telling us that he will be appearing Memorial Day weekend at the Kentucky Flea Market in the Louisville Fairgrounds Expo Center, when we see clips of last week's TV title match where Danger International of Kenny Danger and Marcus Anthony, along with Dylan Bostic and Roberto De Luca, use their collective powers to help newest member Adam Revolver become our new OVW TV champion by defeating Mr. Marvelous, Melvin Maximus. Although Revolver eventually had to resort to chain fist to pin Melvin after the show opening, when they go to the OVW announce team of Dean Hill, Gilbert Corsi, and Michael Titus. Shannon the Dude serves as our OVW ring announcer for the evening, as the title rematch is tonight's main event. Match number 1, Jay Best and Deanta Davis versus our OVW Tag Team Champions in the Skywalkers of Tag Team Champions, the Skywalkers of Aaron Sky and Primetime Robbie Walker. Our OVW senior official package, Chris Sharp, is in charge for the match. Best blocks down Sky, but ends up getting hip toss and arm drag before taking some super kicks called the Cosmic Kick to Best, and Walker covers it for the pin. Super kicks. Dean says the Skywalkers are really starting to gel as a team. Meanwhile, Paradise came out and congratulated them on their grueling victory. Gilbert comes to ringside to talk to Paradise since the Skywalkers have left already, and noted that the Danger International has been stirring up the controversy. Paradise says that when he sees a bunch of guys ganging up on people, somebody needs to stand up to them. Here comes Danger, Bostic, and De Luna, and Revolver. And Danger acknowledges that Paradise had something important to say, but doesn't like that Paradise got all up in their business. He says that since Paradise wants to stand up for something, he can stand up to his men and tells them to attack. Here comes our OVW champion, Jammin Olivencia, to stand beside Paradise. Jammin says, "It looks like Paradise needed a friend." So he's here and ready to throw down. Danger backs off, saying that they can't wait until next week. But Shark comes out with word from our OVW owner, Nightmare Danny Davis, that a tag match has been mandated for tonight, with Jammin and Paradise taking on Bostic and De Luna. He also says that if Bostic and Luna lose, they will also lose their tag title shot at the June 7th Saturday night special. Match number 2, Dylan Bostic and Mexicutioner Robert De Luna with Timmy Danger and the TV champion Adam Revolver versus Paradise and the new OVW champion Jammin Olivencia. Back for the commercial break. Both teams and referee Josh Ashcraft are in the ring already as Bostic gets the double back drop. Jammin and Paradise shake hands, then they lariat De Luna over the top rope before diving out onto their opponents. Titus points out that Ashcraft just walked out here and told Shark that he was reffing because his lawyer said he could. Paradise and Jammin double suplex Bostic for 2 as well, as Titus also clarifies that in reference to the boss, Danger does in fact own Danger International, but it's part of a bigger company. Paradise hip splashes Bostic in the corner before sliding under him and drop kicking him for a 2 count. Paradise against Bostic the keister to the kisser. Danger distracts Ashcraft, and De Luna runs into a spine buster. Paradise Paradise does so Bostic can cover him for 2 count for himself. Paradise ends up in the danger corner for a bit while Titus and Gilbert argue about Ashcraft and Shark's reffing skills. Dean thinks Gilbert is wasting his time arguing with Titus. Anyway, Paradise Sunset flips Day Luna for a 2 count, then slips out away from Bostic's side slam attempt, and then they go for tags. Jammin gives Bostic a running knee, then whips Day Luna into him in the corner. Jammin hits a corkscrew splash on Bostic and pops up, but Revolver grabs his leg. Day Luna runs over and spine bust. Jammin turns around. Paradise comes off top rope with a pie in the sky to put him on the mat. Bostic runs in and hits a backstabber on Paradise, but Jammin is up to give Bostic a standing O. Anthony runs out and Samoa drops Jammin, and Bostic crawls over to drape an arm over Jammin. Sharp gets undistracted long enough to count the pin. Then we get OVW Director of Operations, Trailer Park Trash coming out, carrying out a blue kendo stick, but also is using a cane to walk. Flash Flanagan is behind him with a red kendo stick and uses crutches. Since both have suffered attacks at the hands of the Body Brigade in the past few weeks, TPT thanks the fans for their concern and adds that although they have been taking a lot of beatings in the past, they won't be kept down. TPT gets interrupted as Body Guy and Big John come up, limping to mock TPT and Flash. They enter the ring as Body Guy says it sure looks like they injured TPT and Flash and have put them out of wrestling for good. TPT says Body Guy is a lot dumber than he looks because TPT never said anything about himself and Flash being injured. TPT and Flash whack away on Body Guy and Big John with the sticks and then chase them out of the ring. TPT and Flash are playing their Saturday night special and thinking tables, ladders, and chairs. Or they could just lock Body Guy in a porta potty and flip it over. Match number 3, Dapper Dan versus Big Country Clint Pope. Out of the new, as yet unidentified refs is in charge again, as Dan's sneak attack backfires and Poe gives him a belly-to-belly suplex. Poe then power slams Dan for the pin, and there you go. Shallow Johns comes out golf clapping as he enters the ring. He says he gave Poe an extra week to think about rejoining the Marauders, even telling other rejoiners, Raul Lamada and Nick Dumeyer, to stay in the back. Poe reiterates that he is done with the Marauders and shoves Johns. He turns to leave, and Johns attacks him and puts him down on the mat. Poe arises and chases Johns away. Gilbert then shows us a clip of an OVW live event in Elizabethtown that has a number 1 contenders match between Ryan Howe and Marcus Anthony. We see Danger again getting on the apron to again distract the ref Ashcraft. Howe comes over to confront them, and it appears that Ashcraft grabs Howe's arm, which aids Anthony in applying the Crimson Omen for the submission victory. It is also noted that Ashcraft was a little quick to call for the bell, as Howe's arm only dropped once as opposed to the standard 3 times. Match number 4, Ryan Howe versus Tanner Reynolds. Tanner is making his OVW debut and is called America's Most Hated Superstar. Dean identifies Howe's guitar as a Les Paul Sunburst, as played by ZZ Top, among others. Howe plays what sounds like Lagrange, the same music that Kerry Von Erich came to the ring with. Most of Von Erich said it, actually. Ashcraft is the ref again, and kind of gets in Howe's face before the bell. Howe does some arm working to try to set up the whammy bar, but Tanner forearms him in the face and gets free. Howe hits the springboard crossbody for 2, but Tanner hotshots him across the bottom rope, then hammers away on him before grinding away in a headlock. Tao gets away from this and gives Tanner a dropping uppercut followed by an atomic drop. And Hal applies the whammy bar for the submission victory as he glares at Ashcraft. Well, in the back, Danger congratulates Bostic and De Luna on their gallant victory, but reminds them that they need to get the tag titles back at Saturday Night Special, or the boss will be very angry. Danger then warns Revolver not to lose a TV title tonight, which would make the boss even madder. Danger stops to take a call as the three wonder who this boss is. Danger says this boss is coming soon. Match number 5, Mary Elizabeth Monroe versus OVW Ladies Champion Lady Tapa. Yeah, Lady Tapa is still wrestling, but not in TNA. Of course, her manager, whatever, Loyal Red in the corner. The same new as yet unidentified ref is in charge here as Tapa wins the pose off. They lock up, which ends with Tapa shoving Mary Elizabeth to the corner. Mary Elizabeth comes off the ropes, but can't get Tapa off of her feet and gets shoved to the corner herself. Tapa gets free from a waistlock, but misses a corner splash as Mary Elizabeth sidesteps her. Gilbert brings up Mary Elizabeth's submission hold called the Rainbow Cross as she locks it in on Tapa, who is still on her feet. Jessie Bell wanders out as Tapa finally pushes Mary Elizabeth away. Jessie reaches through the ropes and trips up Mary Elizabeth, who rolls out going after her. Jessie hits the eye poke of doom on Mary Elizabeth as Tapa joins the other two outside the ring. Tapa pounds away on Jessie as the ref calls for the bell and a double count out. Royal Red asks Tapa nicely to please stop beating up Jessie and come to the back. Maybe we can have a 4 ladies next week. Ashcraft comes out of the closet and is heading to the ring, but gets stopped by Sharp. Ashcraft says that he's got papers, but Sharp says he's got copies. Sharp says that he read the papers and they are about fairness, so he points out that Ashcraft has reffed twice already, while he only done it once. Sharp also says and adds that Ashcraft got to ref the TV title match last week, so Sharp will exercise his authority and ref the TV title match this week. Which is up next? TV champion Adam Revolver versus Mr. Marvelous Melvin Maximus. Danger immediately distracts Sharp which allows Revolver to attack Melvin from behind. Melvin spots his Revolver in the corner and then tosses him and gives him a lariat. Danger is back on the apron and Melvin goes to confront him, but Revolver chop blocks Melvin. Revolver works on the leg but can't hold Melvin down for more than a 2 count. Revolver puts Melvin's knee pad down and bangs the bare knee into the mat prior to applying the figure 4. Dean reminds us that Melvin should turn into the pain in order to reverse the hold, and Melvin does just that. Revolver grabs the bottom rope and breaks the hold. Melvin kicks Revolver away three times and then arises and power slams him. Danger's back on the apron as Bostic runs out, followed by De Luna. Melvin atomic drops Bostic into De Luna and then slams Bostic. Revolver snuck up and schoolboys Melvin for a 2 count but begs off as De Luna is on the apron. Anthony comes out, but Melvin back drops him and lariats him out. Revolver hits a chain fist, but only gets a 2. Bostic and De Luna grab Melvin as Anthony prepares to hit Melvin with the title belt. Well, the Skywalkers come out and even up score and give Anthony the cosmic kick to send him out, followed by the Paradise coming out to leg sweep Bostic and then Olivencia arriving to give De Luna a standing O. Melvin power slams Revolver and then applies a deadly bear hug to make Revolver submit. Melvin is once again our OVW TV champion and all is right with the world as jamming Paradise and the Skywalkers pose with him in the ring with the fans chanting Melvin as our show goes off the air. Thoughts on that? From the reporter who attends nearly every week. On the 10A pay-per-view at the Nashville Fairgrounds, hard to believe it's been 10 years ago, so the main event brought back memories of these sort of finishes. I got a chuckle out of the TPT Flash body guy thing. When do the Skywalkers get to talk? Or do videos with them in bubble baths, drinking wine, or posing behind the strobe lights or something? I like that they showed live event footage of how Anthony earned his #1 contender spot. The whole ref thing seems to be just floating along all along, waiting for some authority figure to act upon it. With Tony Gunn showed back up against Clint Poe and his inevitable scrap with John Z. Drew Meyer and LaMotta. Mary Elizabeth had Tappa and some trouble tonight. Maybe she's in line for a title shot, or maybe a three-way with Jesse is in her future. Overall, the show was fairly entertaining, so that will warrant a thumbs up. Superstars of Wrestling return to the Pompton Lakes Elks. 15 Perrin Avenue in Pompton Lakes on Saturday, May 31st at 7 p.m. And they're donating a portion of the gate to Salvatore Tald one or more times to help with his medical expenses. Don't miss another all-star action-packed pro wrestling card featuring the legends of the past, stars of today, and those that are quickly becoming the future of our industry. Well, if you missed the March 1st episode, do not make the same mistake because we are live. All seats are only $20. VIP seating, front row $25. Updated card goes as follows for some type of event. WWE Hall of Famer, this is an 8-man tag match. I guess it's still going on with others. This 8-man tag starts off with Nikolai Volkov teaming up with the Patriot. Yes, classic Patriot. And Team America, Bo Jones and John Phoenix. Led by Major Bullet. Battle 500-pound Fala. Okay. Big Ben Cromwell, Sir Christopher Michaels, and the Canadian Crusher, Richard Riviera. Special attraction match, Kevin Matthews versus fully automatic Matt McIntosh. Tri-State Championship match of Rahway Ram Pat Buck versus #1 contender Craven Barrow. Hardcore tag team battle. ECW icon, the Sandman, and his son Tyler versus Big Jeff Noyes and a mystery partner. For the first time ever, Unbreakable Rob Fury versus the Wild Thing battles anti-freedom leader Mohammed Hashmad. Also scheduled to appear for the event, Too Hot Steve Scott, the Rude Dude Corey Havoc, the new world champion Big Vinny DeMarco, King Kong Moose versus No Limits Chris Banks versus the Grey Wolf Chris Kiss, and more. Get your tickets at the Elks Lodge by calling 718-207-5032. The following matches are advertised for June the 7th Heavy on Wrestling event for Duluth, Minnesota at Clyde Ironworks. Hardcore Holly back in action versus Luke Hawks. Masada versus Horace the Psychopath. Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Trevor Murdoch are also advertised. Tickets start at $12. They can be purchased at the venue or at heavyonwrestling.com. If you live in the Duluth area, I also recommend checking out a guy named Norm drumming for Whiskey River on July 10th at the Bayfront Festival. Well, the reporter sent this in. Yeah, he's recommending that. So you might get some free music when you go to a wrestling event or prior to the event. Ring of Honor Wrestling on St. Clair, second to none edition number 3. May 33rd episode from Baltimore, Maryland, William J. Myers Pavilion. Commentators were Kevin Kelly and Steve Carino. Recapped by Jason D'Amaco of WrestleView.com. And he starts off the event. We see the usual intro, then we go to an opening match. The Last Hero ACH versus Mr. Ring of Honor Roderick Strong with the Decade. No code of honor here, so ACH goes to the outside and shakes hands with everyone around the front row at ringside. Strong with a side headlock takeover. ACH gets free but Strong quickly applies the front chancery. ACH gets to his feet, but Strong takes him back down. ACH back Strong into the ropes and hits a chop. Another chop. Then Strong gets up and over, and ACH slides under Strong's legs and hits 2 arm drags. Strong with a side headlock takeover, but ACH quickly got free. ACH with a side headlock takeover himself. Strong got back to his feet. ACH spun off the ropes and took Strong back down. Strong goes for a back suplex, but ACH slips out and takes Strong back down in the side headlock. Strong backed ACH in the corner and hits a chop. ACH went up and hit a drop kick for a near fall. Strong avoided a dive, but ACH went up, got onto the apron instead, and drilled Strong with a running apron kick. Strong then avoided the Arabian press and back suplexes ACH into the ring post. Commercial break. Back from the commercial as Strong gets the face of a kid in the front row. Back inside the ring, Strong gains a near fall. Strong stops away on ACH. As ACH fights back with right hand, but Strong was chopped into the gut. ACH fought back again, and Strong with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker for a near fall. Big chopped by Strong in the corner. ACH avoided the charge, but Strong pulled him off the middle ropes. ACH got free, but Strong with a drop kick for a near fall. ACH came back with a back elbow chop. 5 running clotheslines in the corner. ACH fires up. ACH with a big forearm, then avoiding the charge. Hits a suplex into a spinning backbreaker for a near fall. ACH pulls Strong off the apron and flatliners him into the apron. ACH got back in and whipped him out with a spinning backbreaker for a near fall. ACH pulled Strong off the apron and flatlined him into the apron. ACH got back in and wiped him out with slingshot plancha back in. ACH heads up to the top and hits a flying back elbow for a near fall. Strong goes for the Olympic slam, but ACH countered with an arm drag. ACH is sent into the apron and hits a shoulder to the ribs. ACH springs off the bottom rope to get back in and hits a pay dirt for a near fall. Strong avoided a charge and hits a running knee and a running forearm in the corner. Olympic slam for a near fall. Strong goes up with ACH, but ACH knocks him off. Strong avoids a mushroom stomp and nails ACH with an enziguri. Strong goes for the Gibson driver, but ACH counters with a Rana. ACH slipped out of a roll-up, double stomp, and a front kick for a near fall. Strong goes to the outside, but ACH kicks him off and into the barricade. Decade checks on Strong, then ACH with a head of steam and wipes out the Decade with Air Jordan. Back in, ACH heads up top, but Strong avoids the best 450 ever. Strong off the ropes himself. Sick kick, 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, Mr. Ring of Honor, Roger Strong by pinfall, with his finisher called End of Heartache. Strong celebrating with his win as they go to another commercial. We'll see video from the previous week with Jay Lethal facing Cheeseburger and challenging Tommaso Ciampa and Matt Taven to a triple threat match for a Ring of Honor TV title. After they got involved, triple threat match for the Ring of Honor TV title was up next. Matt Taven, the Sicilian psychopath, Tommaso Ciampa versus Jay Lethal. With Truth Martini in his corner, Lethal runs out and attacks Ciampa from behind in the ramp way before the bell starts. The match is Taven joins in and all three began brawling with one another. Ciampa sends Lethal into a barricade. Ciampa and Taven trade off chops on Lethal. Referees and attendants get Taven in the ring, while Ciampa and Lethal continue to brawl as we go to another commercial break. Back from the break, Lethal nails Ciampa in the back of the leg with a chair. Taven grabs the mic and tells Lethal to get into the ring so he can take back what is rightfully his, and then after I am done, I will cut Martini's head off. Lethal gets in the ring, and the two slug it out. With Taven getting the better of it, gets the advantage, and all of a sudden Martini comes in and nails Taven with a book of Truth. And the match ends up in a no contest. Lethal and Martini stand over Taven. Taven grabs Martini's leg. Then he and Lethal continue brawling with each other while the referees keep Ciampa back. Ciampa gets free and goes after Lethal as well. Lethal gets free and he and Martini go to the back as we go to commercial. Back from the commercial, we see video highlights of Adam Cole defeating Jay Briscoe at Supercard of Honor 8. Then giving Jay Briscoe's the personalized title belt to Matt Hardy as Hardy rechristened it the Iconic title. The main event grudge match is Michael Bennett, the First Lady of Ring of Honor, Maria Kanellis, versus Jay Briscoe. No code of honor here before the bell either. Shoving match ensues with Jay with right hands. Maria hops on the apron and distraction allows Bennett to hit a spear for a near fall. Bennett with a second spear, then goes for a third but runs into a back elbow by Jay. Jay stomps away at Bennett in the corner. A headbutt followed by a clothesline, snapmare, but Bennett comes back with a drop kick. Bennett gets a boot and then stomps away on Jay in the corner and chokes him with his boot. Jay comes back with right hands and a headbutt, uppercut, but Bennett sends Jay onto the apron. Then knocks him off of it with a super kick. Bennett sends Jay into the barricade, then gets in a fan's face in the front row. Bennett sends Jay hard into the barricade again as Maria joins in commentary. Bennett with a slam on the outside, then breaks the ref's count. Jay reverses another Bennett whip and then sends Bennett into the barricade. A headbutt. Then Jay sends Bennett again into the barricade. Jay now breaks the ref's count. Bennett sends Jay into the barricade by the rampway multiple times. Strike exchange on the top rope. Then Jay with an uppercut. Bennett rakes Jay's eyes, but Jay blocks and suplexes Bennett on the rampway. Jay with a back clubbing that sends Bennett again into the barricade. Jay grabs the fan's Confederate flag and chokes Bennett with it as we go to another commercial break. Back from the commercial, Jay heads up top, probably for his finisher, the top rope elbow drop, Macho Man style. But Bennett avoids a crossbody instead. Spinebuster as Bennett goes over to Maria by ringside, and Bennett with a back elbow and taunted the crowd. Jay fought back, but Bennett with a headbutt. Slam. Bennett heads to the middle rope and hits a leg drop for a near fall. Chin lock applied. Jay fought out of it, but Bennett with a big right hand. Strike exchange. And Jay with a series of uppercuts. Bennett sidesteps a back drop attempt. Misses the clothesline and both men collide into one another. When they both attempt to cross bodies, both men go down. Jay fires up and unloads with right hands. And then a headbutt in the corner. They head up top, but Bennett blocks a superplex. Jay blocks a super box off a smash. But Bennett knocks him off. Bennett leaped off, but Jay caught him and flatlined him into the middle turnbuckle. Jay peppered Bennett with jabs, but Bennett with a knee to the ribs. Jay with a boot, but comes back in with a super kick. Box off a smash, but Jay kicks out. Bennett acts like he is Matt Hardy and goes for a twist of fate. But Jay sits out and applies a sleeper. Jay takes Bennett down in a hold. But Bennett gets to the ropes. Jay with a gut kick. And then goes for the Jay Driller. But Bennett blocked it. Bennett fought out of another attempt. Then it hits a ripcord clothesline. Bennett goes for a go back to Japan. But Jay blocked it. Jay fought out of it. But Bennett with a right hand. Bennett off top ropes. Then Jay catches him with a death valley driver. Jay Driller. 1, 2, 3. And that's Jay Briscoe. I don't think it was Jay Lethal. This is Jay Briscoe. Jay celebrates with his win and says to the camera that he is coming for Matt Hardy as the show closes. All right, Monday, June the 2nd. Kobe Primu reports that Iron Man Rob Conway has defeated Satoshi Kojima at the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion in Las Vegas on Monday to regain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The challenge for this match was made and accepted at the NWA Southern All-Star Wrestling's Collision Course event in Nashville on Friday, May 30th. This marks the first time the World Heavyweight Champion has changed in hands in such a city known for high-profile combat sporting contests. The victory begins Conway's second reign as the champion. His first began when he defeated the Tokyo Monster, Higas, at an NWA branded outlaw wrestling event in San Antonio, Texas on March 16, 2013. It came to an end at the hands of Kojima in New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 8 event in Tokyo on January 4th, in Kojima's second attempt at recapturing the title. Having unsuccessfully challenged Conway on April 7th, 2013, Kojima, on having defeated Conway, became the 48th NWA World Heavyweight Champion in the 66-year history of the NWA. Kojima, along with his partner Hiroshi Tenzin, is also one half of the reigning NWA World Tag Team Champions, having defeated Conway and Jax Dane on April 6th at the NJPW's Invasion Attacks 2014 in Tokyo. Kojima had successfully defended the World Heavyweight title 6 times, defeating Byron Wilcott on February 9th in Hiroshima, Conway on April 12th in Taiwan, Wes Briscoe May 3rd in Fukuoka, Jeremiah Plunkett and Damon Wayne in 2 separate matches on May 30th in Nashville, and Houston Carson on May 31st in Houston. Clinton Township, Michigan. Extreme Intense Championship Wrestling at the Imperial House. Jamie Cox pinned Dixie Bronson. Movado pinned Lil Watts. Movado pinned Willie Watts. I guess it was two matches, or I don't know, we'll just put it in there, or Millie Watts, and then the way you spell it, I guess whatever. Caleb Steels and Andy Muscat defeated Joe Coleman and Mark Jonah, good Jonah, how you pronounce it. Danny Shea pinned Austin Mannix. Tyson Dux won a match. Jeff Brooks, Orlando Christopher pinned Takahashi Watanoob. Painkillers defeated Sonny Scorboni and Truth Martini to win the vacant tag team belts. Mad Dragon defeated Sanjay Dutt and the DBA to retain the tag title belts. Jimmy Jacobs pinned Christopher Daniels to retain the NWA photo shoot. Whatever that is. I guess that's some type of title. I don't know. Photo shoot. Let me go take some pictures, and I'm going to call that I won the photo shoot. Whatever. Thanks to Leonard Brand for that. The following news. June the 6th, event House of Hardcore 4 from Poughkeepsie, New York. Saturday, June the 7th, 2014. Thanks to Adam Martin for this news. From Poughkeepsie, results. Little Guido defeated Matt Striker. Lance Lanoy defeated Ben Ortiz. Shane the Hurricane Helm, Gangrel, and Joe Caldo defeated Vic Delicious, Bill Carr, and Cerebus. Hale Collins defeated C.W. Anderson. Bad Influence of Christopher Daniels and Frank Kazarian defeated Outlaw Inc. of Eddie Kingston and Homicide. Kevin Steen defeated Adam Pierce. Speedy Williams defeated Tony Nese and Alex Reynolds. AJ Styles defeated Chris Hero. Tommy Dreamer and Devon defeated Abyss and Rhino, who was subbing for Bully Ray, who was pulled away from the show by Dixie Carter herself. And other sources for this report was from Wrestling Observer and Figure 4 Online. Also, Ring of Honor results from June the 6th. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Ethan Gabriel Owens. ACH won a six-man scramble to earn a shot at the Ring of Honor title over Cedric Alexander, Silas Young, Matt Taven, Kyle O'Reilly, and Caprice Coleman. Bobby Fish defeated the Romantic Touch. The Briscoes defeated Tadarius Thomas and BJ Whitmer. Jay Lethal defeated Cheeseburger to retain the Ring of Honor title. TV title, I should say. Michael Bennett with Maria defeated Delirious. Michael Elgin defeated Jimmy Jacobs. Adam Cole defeated ACH to retain the Ring of Honor World title. Again, thanks to Wrestling Observer and Figure 4 for the results on that. On the following night, from June the 7th, from Collinsville, Illinois, Danny Adams from Ring of Honor. Danny Adams defeated Marco Gonzalez, which was a dark match. Ethan Owens defeated Sizu Midu. Or Mido, how you pronounce it. Cedric Alexander defeated Tadarius Thomas. Caprice Coleman defeated BJ Whitmer. Romantic Touch defeated Ring of Honor TV champion Jay Lethal in a non-title Proving Grounds match as Lethal unmasked Touch, revealing him as Matt Taven. Michael Elgin versus Mike Bennett went to a no contest as Adam Cole interfered. Silas Young defeated ACH. Adam Cole defeated Tommaso Ciampa to retain the Ring of Honor Championship. Red Dragon defeated the Briscoes to retain the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. Again, thanks to the news from Wrestling Observer and Figure 4 Online. Indie Show results. Again, thanks to Jason Namaka from June the 6th to June the 8th. From Monday, June the 9th. Thomas Root at this end from California. San Jose Wrestling for charity at the St. John Vianney Community Center. Sledge defeated 6 other wrestlers to win the Earthquake Elimination match. Tara Calloway pinned Nicole Savoy. Idris Jackson pinned J.R. Kratos. Kikio Nakamura pinned Tab Jackson. Jeff Cobb pinned Ryan McQueen. Julio Pedroza pinned Kekuk Ming. The henchmen of Dalton Foss and KMJ and Vinny Massaro versus Reno Scum of Adam Thornstowe and Luster, and Marcus Lewis. Jekyll pinned Rick Luxury. From Illinois, Chicago Anarchy Pro Wrestling at the Berwyn Eagles Club. Joey Britton pinned D'Angelo Steele. Sonny Ego and Dave Allen defeated Matthew Fontaine and Jack Carpenter. Brad Kevins pinned Damian Tyler. Superbad versus Allure went to a double count out. The Beast pinned Mike Daniels. Marcelo Spade pinned Shane Fury. Jeff Troy pinned Kevin Cross. Enforcers defeated Marcus Cordova and Zex. I'm wondering if that is any relation to Mr. Cordova himself from TEW, or Lord of Lions, League of Lions. That was a tag team match. Marcus Cordova and Zex. Willie Richardson defeated Mac by disqualification, and that was results from 524. From 510, Glenn Carbon Dynamo Pro at Sports Academy. Rocket Mapache pinned Brandon Gallagher. Jake Parnell versus Jackal went to a no contest. Billy McNeil pinned Mike Seidel. Yeah, that's the brother of Matt Seidel, Evan Bourne, who has just recently been released from WWE. Mark Sterling and Bradley Charles defeated Brandon Espinoza and Brandon Aarons. Ken Casa pinned Alexander Rudolph. Jeremy Wyatt pinned Dan Walsh. The Bum Rush brothers of Shorty Biggs and Outcast versus the Black Hand Warriors of Michael Magnuson and David DeLorean went to a double pinfall. Ricky Cruz pinned Jake Durden to become the new Dynamo Pro Heavyweight Champion. From Rotel North American Pro Wrestling at the Hickory Grove Banquet Center, Nate Quest pinned William Jacobs. DOJ defeated Joey Rose in a grudge match. Colin Smith and Dave Rydell defeated Ricky the Janitor and El Magnifico. Shark Boy versus Jack Carpenter went to a double DQ. Grin pinned Vic Capri, and East West Express of Jeff Luxon and Ryan Cross defeated Polly Tomaselli. And Hardcore Craig, Aaron Xavier, and Joey Britton defeated Steve Boss and Colin Cambridge. Anthony Antonelli pinned Mike Anthony. Machine defeated Tommy Dreamer in a Falls Count Anywhere match. That was from the results from 531. From Indiana, let's see, from Indiana, Elkert Strong Style Wrestling in the Roosevelt Center. Chase Matthews pinned Rod Street. Jester York pinned Willie Richardson. Jack Thriller pinned Anthony Total. The Archangel pinned the Great Akuma. Karn Alexander pinned Alexander S. Kirk. Alexander S. Kirk. I guess we're trying to go off the character from Star Trek. Drew Skills and Apollo Star defeated the Unchanged. Brian Defiance pinned Mark Vandy. Russ Jones and Scotty Young defeated Lewis Linden and June Hotto. Sugar Dunton pinned Remy Wilkinson. And that was Wilkins, that is, from June the 7th. Franklin, real wrestling action at the Johnson County Fairgrounds. The Legion Crush, Kevin Gale and Chadwick Miller defeated John Murray and the Fiji Wildman. Joey Owens and Davidson defeated Jay Taylor and Jeff Holloway. Roger Lanier pinned Hassan Payne. Anthony Lee pinned Bobby Black. Jeremy Hadley pinned Chase Matthews. Jake Oman and Dash Venture defeated Bobby Rogers and Nate Stone. Flash Flanagan and Michael Hayes defeated Nohama and Ali Baez and TJ Kemp. King Percival defeated Chris Hall and Apollo Star. The 8-Bit Punks of Damian Cole and Aaron Anarchy and Gabriel Gray defeated Ground and Pound of Rick Vital and Steve Sterling Jr. and Mike King. Revelation, Kenneth James and Brett Havoc defeated Jack Thriller and Sean Tyler. Dustin Reyes versus Donnie Idol went to a double disqualification for the May 31st results. From Massachusetts, Lowell Chaotic Wrestling at the Polish American Veterans Club. Elia the Great pinned Jimmy Preston. Mark Sherman and Scotty Slade defeated Brian Fury in a picture poison match. Vern Vicalo pinned Psycho. Matt Taven and Vinny Marseglia defeated Julian Starr and Mike Webb. Chase Dale Monty and Sean Burt defeated Warbeard Hanson and Adam Booker. Casey Ray pinned Mistress Belmont. Thomas Penmanship and Brian Malonis in a picture poison match went to a no contest. And that was the May 30th results. From New Bedford House of Bricks in Diaz Field, Mac Attack, Monsters Mac, and trainee number 1 defeated JB Tickle and Everett Briggs. Number Jake and Sean Candido defeated Dan Terry and Tim Lennox. Even Sticks and pinned Robbie Arrojo. David Armando Nieves Flores pinned Trey Cash. Ramona Romano pinned Anthony Green. Aaron Amadeus pinned Gary Gold. The High Class Cartel of Rich Bass. Matt Storm and Mike McCarthy defeated the Fabulous Baker Boys of Johnny Fabulous. David Baker and Devin Baker. And that was the results from May 31st. Stoneham Chaotic Wrestling at Stoneham High School. Chase Del Monte pinned Warbeard Hanson. Matt Taven pinned Scotty Slade. Brian Malonis pinned Jimmy Preston. The Stoneham Spartan eliminated Adam Booker to win the Chaotic Countdown. Julian Starr and Mike Webb defeated the Logan brothers of Brian and Matt. Casey Frey defeated Alexis. Mark Sherman pinned Brian Fury to become the new CW heavyweight champion. Congratulations to Brian Fury. To Mark Sherman, that is. And that was also May 31st. Results from Michigan, Gladstone UPW at the UPW Underground. Jason the Terrible pinned Darkchild. Kaz Carter pinned Super Youper. Brian Skyline pinned Atlas Hightower. Brad Sharp defeated Tyler Jackson by submission. TW3 pinned Brock Hall. PB Beautiful defeated Randy West in a death match. Slick Rick pinned Jordy Lee. Devan Dash pinned Joseph Schwartz to become the new alternative champion. Johnny Smash pinned Brett Powers. Joey Avalon pinned Mark Preed. And that was your 531 results from Missouri. Fenton Dynamo Pro Wrestling at Stratford Bar and Grill. Black Hand Warriors of Michael Magnuson and David Delarian defeated Jack Gamble and Jake Parnell. Evan Morris pinned Ace Hawkins. Brandon Espinoza pinned Brandon Aarons. Ricky Cruz defeated Outcast and Bradley Charles in a three-way dance. Mark Sterling pinned Demarius Jones. Jeremy Wyatt pinned Mike Seidel. Yeah, that's Evan Moore's little brother. Jake Durden defeated this match ended up in no contest. Jake Durden versus Elvia Aliaga. And that ended your 5-3 results. From St. Louis Dynamo Pro Wrestling in Missouri, at the Off-Broadway Music Venue, Brandon Aarons pinned Ace Hawkins. Brandon Espinoza pinned Rocket Marpachi. Jake Durden defeated Brandon Gallagher and Everett Connors. The Black Hand Warriors of Michael Magnuson and David Delarian defeated the Bum Rush brothers of Shorty Biggs and Outcast to become the new Dynamo Pro Tag Champs. Ricky Cruz pinned Alexander Rudolph, and that concluded your May 27th results. From Nevada, Las Vegas Vendetta Pro Wrestling at the 2014 Cauliflower Alley Club reunion at the Gold Coast Casino. Steve Anthony pinned Joey Ryan. Virgil Flynn pinned Marcus Lewis. Matt Carlos and Funny Bone in a four-way match. La Rosa Negra won a Vendetta Vixens Gauntlet match. Sue /Ka, Tsunami and Claudia Anthony defeated Parental Discretion of Mike Minnis and Mike Rain. Classic Connection of Levi Shapiro and Buddy Royal. And Ego, Joseph Joe, and Brody and Nathan Graves. Jekyll's pinned Tokyo Monster Kagas, or whatever you pronounce the name. Vintage Dragon defeated Johnny Devine and Chasen Rain in a three-way match. Shane and Shannon Ballard defeated the Keepers of the Faith of Gabriel Gallo and Dom Vitale. Sean Casey defeated 38 of the wrestling in a Royal Rumble, wrestlers in a Royal Rumble style battle royal to win the 2014 Casino Royale. And that was June 1st result. Brian Westcott, Las Vegas Vendetta Pro, for your 6-2 wrestling June the 2nd results. Las Vegas Vendetta Pro from the Cauliflower Club again. Bobby Sharp won the 31 man second chance battle royal. Billy Blade pinned Sledge. Short Sleeve Sampson, Cherry Calloway, Kiera Dillon, Tab Jackson, Allie Parker, and Andre Andrea the Giant defeated Shannon Ballard Samantha Slides. Kat Von Heath, Melissa Coates, Arlene James, and Sage Sin supreme in a 12-person intergender match. Matt Riviera and Greg Anthony defeated Matt Hardy and Americos. Rick Luxury pinned Dylan Drake. Santana Garrett defeated La Rosa Negra and cheerleader Melissa in a chick fight gauntlet three-way elimination match. Sean Casey pinned Bobby Sharp to win the 2014 Cauliflower Alley Cup. Reno Scum of Adam Thornstyle and Luster Legend defeated the Bad Influence tag team of Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. Rob Conway pinned Satoshi Kojima to become the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the one that I want to talk about earlier. And that was your June 2nd result. Again, Brian Westcott reports from Ohio. Black Lake Pro Wrestling Live CrossFit Future. Bruce Gray pinned Jeremy Madrix. Damian Cass pinned Aaron Andrews. Devline Anderson pinned Celeste Taylor. Duke Beefhammer pinned Brandon Fields in a Bliss Watch rules match. The Black and Blue Crew defeated Beast Mode. Levi Connors pinned Dirt Extreme. And that was your May 31st results. Dayton Combat Zone Wrestling, CZW. At the Rochester Arena, Sozio pinned Nate Wings. Drew Gullick pinned Aaron Williams. BJ Whitmer pinned Greg Excellent. The Killer Death Machines of Navia and Jessica Havoc defeated LuFisto and Kimberly. Shane Strickland pinned Caleb Conley. The Juice Product defeated Los Bendejos. Biff Busick pinned Danny Havoc. OI4K defeated AR Fox and Rich Swan. DJ Hyde defeated Ron Mathis in a Plains of Glass match. And that concluded your May 31st results for Combat Zone. From Dayton Rockstar Pro Wrestling at the Rockstar Arena, Benjamin Camara pinned Kyron. Danger Zone of Austin Bradley and Kyle Maverick defeated John Murray and Ron Mathis. The fight of Draven and Jared Harris defeated Papano Joe and Jeremiah. LuFisto pinned Samantha Heights. Matt Taylor defeated Tom McClain and Duke Beefhammer. Great American Beast pinned Dave Chris. Jim Hutchinson pinned Ganger. Aaron Williams defeated Jake Chris and Jerome Phillips in a triple threat match to conclude their event. And their next event is July 4th. Fairfield from Northern Wrestling Federation at the UAW Hall. Big Jim Hutchinson pinned Big Rig. T-Money and Samson defeated Crazy Ed and the Executioner. Chiron defeated Jordan Lakey and Chuck E. Smooth in a triple threat match. The Revolution defeated Miguel Sanchez, Anthony Bryant, and Angel. The Studer Brothers defeated Dirty South to become the new NWF Tag Team Champions. The Nasty Russ. Then Nasty Russ defeated Brody Cormick by disqualification as Ray Donaldson pinned Sean Hard Drive. The Rockaholic pinned Papa Joe. And that concluded your May 31st results for that organization. Jackson Revolutionary Championship Wrestling at the YMCA. Cosmic Connection pinned Beast Mode. Tommy Chill pinned Bruce Gray. Corey Mason defeated Duke Beefhammer and Randy Allen in a three-way match. Jimmy Malloy pinned Cyrus Poe. Ron Mathis and Devlin Anderson defeated Chad Cruz and DDK. Tyson Rogers pinned Dirk Extreme. Sarah Feeney pinned Heather Owens to conclude the June 6th results. Massillon, the Dustin Bradforth Invitational 3 at the River Tree Christian Church. Ernie Balls won the kickoff reverse battle royal. Jeremy Matrix pinned Juice Jennings. Matthew Justice and Chris Stark defeated James Avery and Benjamin Boone. Matt Taylor defeated Remy Wilkins. Takahashi and Aaron Williams in a four-way scramble. Mikey D pinned Jimmy Shane. Joey Vengeance pinned Robbie Starr. Ron Mathis pinned Ricky Shane Page. Sherman Tank Jeff Cannon and Levi Connors defeated Caden Assad, Zach Spades, and Bruce Gray in a six-man tag match. Matt Taylor then defeated 5 other wrestlers to become the 2014 DBI champion. Middletown Legends of Square Circle at the LSC Arena. Results: Chris Ledbetter and Hot Wheels. Drug League defeated Arcel and Tim Lutz. Todd Mullins pinned Crush Simmons. Mike Brody and Chris Morgan defeated Steve Anderson and Ryan Wild. AKB 2 pinned Hijack. Brutal Bellman pinned Night Shadow. Riot Stone pinned La Black. West Brothers and Sergeant Ledbetter defeated Un-Americans and Tanu in a Middletown street fight. And that concluded your June the 7th results for that company. New Straitsville Southern Championship Wrestling at Moonshine Festival. Halo pinned Mac Diesel. Rockwild pinned Flex Taylor. Spade pinned Bobby Watson. Mike Howerton pinned Jake. Mark Matkins pinned Rockin' Redneck. Rockin' Redneck won the top rope battle royal to win the Moonshine Cup. And that results came from 5/23, May 25th, 23rd. Norwood Ascension Pro Wrestling at the Punch House. Zach West pinned Night Shadow. Berlin defeated Dewey Brown and Hijack in a triple threat match. Richard O'Ryan pinned Arcel Martin. Tim Lutz pinned Tanu. Love Award defeated Big T and Sergeant Ledbetter. Brutal Pellman pinned the Phoenix. Jay West pinned Chris Morgan to become the new APW Challengers Champion. And from Tennessee, Lewisburg All-Star Wrestling at the House of Pain. Michael Dunn defeated Mark Donovan. Forsaken pinned Larry Cooter. Jeremiah Plunkett pinned Sean Fatal. Ringmaster defeated Mikey Dunn by disqualification. No, Stone Cold did not return as the ringmaster. Lawrence and JP Jones defeated Shane and Steve Morton to become the new ASW Tag Team Champions. That result came from May 31st. Lewis All-Star Wrestling at the House of Pain. Mass Superstar pinned Michael Dunn. Tyler Bivens defeated Ray Donovan and Cody Martin in a triple threat match. Jeremy Flint pinned Kilo. Larry Cooter and Sean Fatal defeated JP Jones and Lawrence by disqualification, and the ringmaster pinned Mikey Dunn to become the new ASW US champion. And that results came from June the 7th. From Utah, Salt Lake City, Ultra Championship Wrestling 0 at the UCW Zero Arena. Zach James pinned the Durango Kid. Jason Bravo pinned the Shadow Fox. Stevie Slick pinned Chase Earl. The 801 District of Los Mochi. Paco and Junior X defeated Team Bad of Braden Austin and Dante Acosta. Lacey Ryan pinned Sierra Rose. Don Vitale pinned Jason Jackson. Dallas Murdoch, Manny Fresh, and the Dark Angel defeated Cad Bronson and Rocky Ocean. Martin Casas pinned Gabriel Gallo. That concluded your May 31st results. From Virginia, Norfolk Vanguard Championship Wrestling at the Norfolk Masonic Temple. Brandon Scott pinned Bo Nakota. Chach pinned Jean Lebon. RH3 defeated Country Kid by knockout to become the new VCW Commonwealth Heritage Champion. Shorty Smalls pinned Mark Denny. Jay Steele and The Reason pinned the firm of Mr. Class and John Kerman. Diamond Victor Griff defeated Devin Lopez by submission. James Dallas Hall defeated Mugabe by disqualification, and James Dallas Hall defeated Jerry Stevenson by submission, and Dirty Money pinned Sean Denny to conclude your June 7th results. And for June 10th, Up Pro Wrestling is in Newport Richey, Florida at the Verizon Event Center on Friday with the following advertised lineup: Jay Lethal versus Max Stardom, Mike Reed versus Shane Swift, Rudy Russo versus CJ O'Doyle, and Alex Chamberlain versus Oliver Kane in a VIP pre-match featuring Leva Bates versus Dynamite Dynamic DB. For more information on events, go to oprowrestling.com. The Sports Legacy Institute and Chicago Concussion Coalition are holding an event on June the 18th at Union League Club in Chicago at 6 p.m. that features former NFL quarterback Jim McMahon and sports broadcasting legend Bob Costas. For more details, go to Sports Legacy. And that concludes my independent wrestling up until June the 10th and following. Thanks again. Peace out.